We did it, guys. Everything we've been working for has finally paid off because Britney Spears is officially free, which I can't believe that we are saying these words. I can't believe that we have this title. I just can't believe that we've done so much in this movement and we've actually seen real change. If you asked me a year ago, like, is Britney going to be free this year? When's Britney going to be free? Like, what's the timeline? I was going to say, it's going to be like 5 more years. I mean, we are going against a very strong judicial system here that has been put in place to pretty much silence people who are in conservatorship. So we have beat the odds and Britney Spears is finally free. And it's thanks to you guys who have been tuning in, sharing the hashtag, sharing videos, chanting free Britney, going to rallies, or just being aware of the situation. Just knowing that Britney Spears deserves freedom is helping the cause and legitimizing the movement. Because at first we were seen as a conspiracy theory. I mean, her father even went to the press and called us a conspiracy theory. And then we heard from Britney herself in June, telling us that she wants her freedom and her father has been taking advantage of her.
The control he had over someone as powerful as me, as he loved the control to hurt his own daughter 100,000%, he loved it. He immediately the next day put me on lithium out of nowhere. He took me off my normal meds I'd been on for 5 years. And lithium is a very, very strong and completely different medication compared to what I was used to. You can go mentally impaired if you take too much, if you stay on it longer than 5 months. But he put me on that and I felt drunk. I really couldn't even take up for myself. After I've lied and told the whole world I'm okay and I'm happy, it's a lie. I thought I said that enough. Maybe I might become happy because I've been in denial. I've been in shock. I am traumatized. Fake it till you make it. But now I'm telling you the truth, okay? I'm not happy. I can't sleep. I'm so angry, it's insane, and I'm depressed. I cry every day, and the reason I'm telling you this is because I don't think how the state of California can have all this written in the court documents from the time I showed up and do absolutely nothing, just hire with my money another person to keep my dad on board. Ma'am, my dad and anyone involved in this conservatorship and my management who played a huge role in punishing me when I said, no, ma'am, they should be in jail.
When I step back from it all, I just can't believe we've come such a far way. And between, Sam Lufty, like trying to manipulate me or whatever, befriend me, and Lewim Taylor sending me cease and desist letters and all of that, there's been so much that has happened. And I do believe that there's going to be a lot more in the future, but let's just soak it in. Britney Spears is free. I need a sip of this kombucha. It's pomegranate flavor. Let's do a little I don't know if you're supposed to shake or not. But let's just soak in this moment of Britney's freedom. I do want to be upfront with you guys that I am actually right now at the rally. So this video is pre-filmed. I'm hoping that Britney's going to be free. Can you imagine if she's not going to be free? But I'm actually at the rally right now. I'm going to post this video as soon as it actually happens. So I'm just going to go on my phone and post it. And if you guys want to go see what's going on at the rally, go and check out my Instagram because I'll be posting all day. And before we talk a little bit about what's going to happen after this conservatorship is over, I do want to quickly share my shirt because I'm really excited about it. My friend Jillian made this shirt for me. She actually made me a Free Britney shirt that she sent to me before, and I wore it to the first rally and I really loved it, so I had her make me another shirt, and here's the front of it. It is Free Britney, her body, her choice, which this is a chant that we have been yelling at the rallies. This time I asked her to get me black because I sweat a lot, so I was sweating last time. And then on the back I put another message for Free Amanda from her conservatorship because Amanda Bynes is in a conservatorship. And then we have Free Kesha because she is in a horrible lawsuit with Sony and Dr. Luke. When I was at the rally last time, a lot of people were asking me what's next, which I believe a full criminal investigation into Britney's conservatorship. But in general, what's after Britney, we can talk about freeing Amanda and freeing Kesha because two of these icons need freed. I mean, both of them from different situations, but Amanda's is very similar to Britney's. And a lot of people say Amanda doesn't deserve freedom. Amanda's, crazy or things like that. And I just have to step back and remind you guys that conservatorships are for people who cannot take care of themselves. She can go and get a therapist and get a life coach and get all of those things that could help Amanda out. But a conservatorship is not helpful, and I don't believe it's helping her. But let's go ahead and talk about what's next in the Free Britney movement, because a lot of you guys are wondering, okay, is it over? Are we just done with this? And really, it's far from that. I do want to remind you guys that Britney once had a business manager named Lou M. Taylor. She actually left Britney's conservatorship last year because she was getting a bunch of threats, so she decided to dip. We do not condone death threats on this channel, but pretty much after Lou M. Taylor left, Britney's father hired her a new business manager, a guy named Michael Caine. So there's a reason why Lou M. Taylor dipped out of the conservatorship, because she was making a pretty penny from Britney's estate. I believe once Britney stopped working, she raised her flat, floor rate to $500,000 a year, so she was making money. And this isn't alleged because this has all been reported. You guys know that me and Lou M. Taylor have had legal issues before, but everything is sourced, so I feel confident in my reporting, and if she has a problem with it, she can send her lawyers because I'm fully prepared this time. You guys may remember in the Hulu documentary that a former black box security worker exposed that Britney was being recorded and heavily surveillanced in her conservatorship. Well, now Lou M. Taylor is going to the press and she's trying to switch up the narrative because she doesn't want to be held accountable for what's been exposed with black box. Since Lou M. Taylor does run Britney's life, she would be responsible for the security company along with Britney's father. So she went to TMZ and told them that she denies bugging Britney's room because supposedly there are hundreds of hours of recording of Britney speaking in her room to her loved ones, her children, and whoever. There's something off about this article. It starts off with, a fight is brewing, maybe even a war, which is interesting. I do believe there's going to be a war, a legal battle. But anyways, Lou M. Taylor is denying that she has anything to do with recording Britney Spears. And supposedly Lou M. Taylor filed legal documents to try to stop Matthew Rosengart from investigating this. Britney's lawyer Matthew is looking for the full accounting. He wants to see everything Lou M. Taylor has done for the past 13 years. And this has to do with the idea that maybe Lou M. Taylor mishandled Britney's money, but also how surveillanced was Britney. Maybe these reports would show. But Lou M. Taylor doesn't want Matthew to find something, and she claims that he shouldn't be able to go back that far. That Tristar has been submitting accountings for the past 11 years, and there's been no objections from the Spears estate, so why now? Well, I mean, Britney couldn't object, so that makes sense. And Matthew says that everything was stacked against Britney, even her own lawyer. He didn't protect her money, so we need to go back and see what happened. Because Matthew's trying to go way back, there's going to be a lot of people implicated. I'm thinking Samuel Ingham, Britney's former lawyer, probably Andrew Wallet, he was messing with some money, and of course, Robin Greenhill. Robin is Lou's right-hand woman, and she submitted a declaration saying that no one at Tristar is aware of any hidden electronic surveillance device placed in Britney's bedroom. She goes on to say that no one at Tristar has ever had any control over Britney's medical treatment. So she's making some very big claims right there, and those are things that need to be investigated because it does appear that they were involved from what we've seen. Robin Greenhill is actually being credited as the person who told Britney, no, you can't go to Hawaii, because Britney wanted to go to Hawaii, and Robin was like, oh, it's too much, which who are you to tell her what she can spend? So that's something that needs to be investigated as well. You guys may remember that Matthew submitted a request for a ton of information. He even asked about that trip to Hawaii, so Robin is going to have to spill. But I do want to talk a little bit about TMZ in general, because a lot of people would crap on TMZ, and to be honest, I crap on them too. The problem with TMZ is that they will take anything and they'll report on it. So if someone if Lou M. Taylor comes to them with something to report, they will report it. And then if Matthew Rosengart comes to TMZ, they'll report it too. They'll report anything they get, which is sometimes good because we could see the unfiltered truth, but then sometimes it's not, because if Jamie Spears came up to TMZ, he could push a story. Well, it looks like Matthew decided to take Lou Taylor's route and actually respond to her through TMZ and read this headline. Britney Spears' ex-business manager has much to hide, according to Matthew. These articles were posted only hours between each other, and they're so different. Britney Spears' former business managers have some deep, dark secrets that they don't want the public to know about. At least that's how her attorney interprets their radio silence. Matthew Rosengart fired off a letter to Tristar Sports and Entertainment earlier this week, repeating his demand for them to turn over a bunch of documents. Specifically, he's investigating exactly how Lou Taylor's company ran Britney's life, financially and otherwise. So TMZ actually got this letter letter that Matthew sent to Lou and Taylor. And again, that's how it works. They just send them to TMZ and they report it. And pretty much he wants to know specifically how much money Tristar has taken since 2008. He wrote, "Tristar's ongoing failure to answer this question speaks volumes and leads to the unfortunate and inexorable conclusion that Tristar has much to hide." So again, calling out Tristar by name, which is very scary. Something I wish happened months ago when they sent me their legal team. So TMZ spoke to some sources who claim that they are intimately familiar with Britney's finances. I don't know who that source would be. I feel like there's not a lot of people who would be very familiar with Britney's finances. So who are they talking about? But pretty much this person believes that Britney's net worth, which is $60 million, should be 2 to 3 times more than that. And they attribute the shortfall to the misappropriation by people associated with the conservatorship. So again, it looks like they are blaming Lou M. Taylor, who was hired by Jamie Spears to pretty much run Britney's finances. But thankfully, Britney's lawyer, Matthew, isn't just focused on the money, because he also thinks it's so messed up how they spied on Britney. As I mentioned earlier, the Hulu documentary revealed that Britney was being spied on. Her phone was being mimicked onto an iPad so they could watch her calls and her texts, and they had recording devices in her bedroom. And Matthew claims that this information alone is enough reason for Britney to want every single thing that Tristar has ever done. So he's saying that she's been spied on, surveillanced, listened to, all of that, and that's enough reason to want to see every single document that Tristar Sports has on her. Remember that this article came out hours after Lou M. Taylor spoke to TMZ. So again, she's claiming and denying that they had nothing to do with this, and Robin Greenhill is also innocent. There's no doubt in my mind, my personal mind, my legit opinion, that they have something to hide, because why won't you give it up? I mean, I think it would be as simple as just sharing a folder that has a bunch of whatever, or look up Britney's information or her name and find her information and just send it off. She probably has a profile or something in their database. I'm sure it's not that difficult to give up this information. If they have time to have their employees go through all of my videos and pull out every single quote that they want me to remove because they claim it's defamation, then they have time to go and gather Britney's documents to present to the lawyer. So there's something really wrong here, and there's something really wrong with Lou M. Taylor, and I think you guys have picked up on that, especially seeing briefly hearing what I've gone through, which I will share my story one day, and I'm working on it. But I just want to remind you guys the type of person that Lou M. Taylor allegedly is, because Jamie and her conservatorship team tried to cure Britney with religion. I hate when people use religion as a cloak of goodness, oh, if you're a religious person, then you're such a saint, which just isn't the truth. And Lou M. Taylor actually started getting involved with their family, with Jamie Lynn Spears, back in 2004, and she's been involved in Britney's life since 2008. TMZ also reports that Lou M. Taylor brought Robin Greenhill into Britney's life to have day-to-day contact with Britney, helping manage her business affairs. But it sounds like it's a lot more than business. They write, but we're told it went way beyond money. Robin in particular was up in every aspect of Britney's life. Up in every aspect of Britney's life. That's a little weird. Our sources say for the first year, Jamie, Robin, and Lou literally walked around with the Bible in hand and just, speaking the word of God. We're told for a time they would only let Britney read religious material, and we're told there was a large measure of intolerance for anyone who wasn't a good Christian. Again, I think they're using this Christianity thing as a way to mask evilness, in my opinion. And the fact that they're taking this woman who's in her 20s, her late 20s at this, and forcing her to read religious material, I don't know how we didn't see the red flags here. But keep in mind, guys, it's not just Britney's father to blame, because Britney's mother is to blame as well. She actually wrote in her book, which I have my copy right here. I always keep it handy. Just kidding. But anyways, Through the Storm is her book, and she wrote, Jamie was going to file for the conservatorship on January 2nd, 2008, but he and his business manager, Lou, felt God was leading them to wait, fast, and pray, despite the frustration of lawyers. So she saw it coming, and supposedly Lynn gave Britney's father the idea for the conservatorship. She conveniently left that out of this book, but Britney even said on her Instagram recently that her mother, Lynn, is also responsible and gave her father the idea of the conservatorship. I know the conservatorship is technically over, which I'm so excited for, and I'm so proud of Britney for being so strong over this past decade and dealing with everything that she's gone through. So there's going to be a new chapter to this book, and thankfully Britney's free in it, but the problem is we need to go and get those criminals, and there needs to be some type of justice or accountability, because I don't think that Britney's going to feel completely free until the people who harmed her for years and years are locked up in jail. So I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below. Here is my email, and again guys, we could not have done it without you, so thank you so much. Today's the rally, it's still going on. Go and tweet out Free Britney, share something, go to my Instagram, check it out. There's a lot going on, but let's go ahead and open this PO Box package item. This one is from All the Vibes and Crystals. Oh, Her Crystals. So I actually believe we know this company, so let's go ahead and see what they sent. I love the packaging with like the flamingos. It's so cute, and it says, warning, opening this package will cause extreme happiness, which is like such the vibe. We love that energy. So we've got a nice little note right here, and it's all bubble wrapped. Oh wait, this seems like a little artistic right here. Look at that. Like kind of like a painting type thing. Sloan, you rock. Keep giving it to us straight. I'm thankful for you and your content. Use code Sloan for 10% off. Thank you so much, Her Crystals. I love you guys so much, and they've given me some amazing crystals, so I'm so excited. And actually guys, I do have a new PO Box address. Just want to let you guys know. If you do send anything to my old one, it will go to the new one eventually, but I gotta update all my videos with that. So we've got a few little cards right here that explain like what's going on with your crystals, which I think is really great because I'm not like that well versed where I would know everything about every crystal. So that's like so nice that she includes this, because I find this really helpful. And then let's look at the crystals. It looks like we've got an orange calcite. I'm sorry, I'm so bad. And then we've got a tiger's eye here. Oh, and then we've also got an aventurine. Wow, this one's really pretty. I think this is the aventurine. Look how pretty that is. This green one. It's like such a beautiful green. Sorry, my nails are probably gross looking. And then we've got this tiger eye. Wow, this tiger eye is really pretty. Like, how does it look? How I feel like my tiger eyes are usually very like, I don't know, the patterns are kind of all over the place, and this one's very clean and straight across, and the crystal itself feels really nice. You can almost like, I don't know, is that just my brain thinking I could feel the layers? But maybe not. Anyways, this one's so pretty. All these look so nice together. And then finally, we've got this one right here, which is so cool. It looks like it could be a piece of like orange. Doesn't it look like I took like a piece of orange and I could just eat it? But wow, this is so pretty. It's crazy that this came from the earth, because it's just like so full of bright color like that. It just gives me such good vibes. So definitely go and check out their company. They do a lot of things on Instagram, and I'm really impressed with their work and their stones. So thank you so much, Her Crystals. I love you guys, and I'll see you in a new video soon. Bye guys.